Hello and welcome to iCanPlanet.com. My name is Anthony Bradley, and today we have Australia's most famous truth seeker in my eyes. His research covers theology, science, history, geopolitics, and all of the subject matter relating to the global conspiracy. Max has a unique ability to present his research with a philosophical and spiritual perspective, giving viewers practical solutions to living authentically in this crazy, chaotic world. Welcome, Max.
Pleasure to be on the show, Anthony.
Today, we'd like to pick your mind around the issues of facing the shadow, harmonic intention, and civil disobedience. So, I'd first like to start out laying a bit of a foundation for our viewers. When exactly was it that you had your awakening, or have you always been awake?
Well, I've pretty well always been awake, Anthony, right from the word go. Ever since I was a child, I realised that the system just wasn't what it seemed to be. And when I was a very young kid, about 8 years old, my mother showed me a picture of the pyramids, actually, and told me that no one knew how they built it. And I was pretty well hooked right from then. And I'd sort of known that there was something weird going on even before then. I remember being out in the forest one day and asking my parents why we couldn't live here. And they said, "Oh, we can't live here because we don't own the land." And I said, "What do you mean own the land? Why can't we just come and live here?" And they said, "Oh, no, the government owns the land." And I said, "Well, how did they get to own it?" And this is right when I was about 4 or 5. I was asking these questions. I couldn't figure out this ownership of land thing. And all through school, I started researching ancient history, and I found that there was all this stuff lying all over the planet that told a completely different story to what I was being told by school. And so I figured that was all wrong. And I kind of left school at quite an early age and started working as a musician and got to travel around a lot and sort of live on the outside of society and get to have a pretty unique perspective of the world. And because you're a musician, you get to meet lots of people as well from all these different walks of life. So you get to view the world from all these different perspectives. And
I think that's, sorry to interrupt there, Max, but I think that is one of the major problems for a lot of people who haven't yet awoken. They've lived in such a small little unit of perception, and once you step out of that, then you can start to sort of maybe join the dots and develop as a human being.
Oh, absolutely. Well, our societies are designed to do this. The whole scholastic system, it isn't designed to educate, it's designed to indoctrinate. It's designed to give you this particular perspective of reality and to keep you in that perspective. And if you think outside the box, you'll be ostracized by your peers. And, it's a training ground, basically. It's an indoctrination system that teaches you to believe that you need society to stay the way it is, that you need the system to stay the way it is and to not rock the boat and to go out there and make as much personal gain as possible at the expense of everybody else, and that's what life's all about. And it's simply not true.
Yeah, I think you were just sort of encapsulating the overall fear perspective, and that's where all the roots lie, in inaction and insecurity and those ego drives.
Well, the whole system's designed to promote that. It's all a fear-based system. I mean, even the family system is fear-based often. Sure, you've got to sort of, smack your child if it's going to go for the PowerPoint. You want to teach it not to do that. But the way it's, do this or you'll be kept from going out or whatever, you'll be grounded or whatever. It's all fear-based. We're trained to train our offspring in this way. We go to school and we learn how to do it more. And the whole school system, because of the exam systems and all of this that's in place, all the hierarchical systems through the school, it's all fear-based, the whole thing. Then you get into society and it's all fear-based. The whole work system is hierarchical. It's all fear-based. Everyone's in fear all the time. Fear of even the most basic things that we need in life. Fear of paying the rent. Fear of not having enough food to put on the table. Fear of having somewhere to live. Fear of all these things. The whole system is designed to generate fear, and we have to get out of this. We have to realise that it's all fictional. It only exists on paper. It's not a real system at all, and we don't need to go along with it.
So, in terms of your childhood experiences and having experienced the development of the world and globalisation over 10, 20 years, I don't know how old you are. What changes do you currently see, and what is your current view on the plight of humanity in overcoming the New World Order tyranny? How much has this changed, and how much is this coming to some sort of crescendo?
Oh, it's very much coming to a crescendo. They're going in leaps and bounds with what they're doing. Like, it's changed very much from when I was a kid. We were actually quite free when I was a child. We could do anything we wanted. But now I'm seeing cameras everywhere. I'm seeing, people are, we've got torture being, practiced by the US government. All of the things that's going on, all the stuff, the TSA, everything that's going on in the United States. The United States is being turned into Nazi Germany. And this is going to extrapolate out across the whole globe. In England, you've already got cameras everywhere throughout the UK. They're doing the same here. It's all about global lockdown. It's all about, unfortunately, turning the whole place into a prison. That's really what it's about. It's about microchipping people, enslaving the population to one global monetary system. And it's about a population cull. All of the above. There's so much going on now. It's ridiculous. And the difference.
Would you say that sorry again, Max, in terms of out of all those factors that you just mentioned there, in my opinion, I would say that depopulation is probably the darkest and the one of the root ones. What is your perspective on that?
Well, the thing is, they just don't need all the people that they've got to run the system. They only need enough people to run the system. It's not about. A lot of people would say, well, why would they depopulate now that they've got control of everybody and they can make all this profit off them? It's not about profit. They don't care about money. Money's fictional. It's about control of the planet, control of the resources. And they only need enough people around to basically run the machine. All the rest are just what they term to be useless eaters. And so they present this overpopulation scenario and all of this stuff, which isn't true. The Earth could support a lot more people than it's got now. It's not overpopulated, it's just badly managed. And it's done intentionally. They push all these people into cities and tell them that it's overpopulated, but it's just not. But that's another thing. But all they need is enough people to run the machine. So they really would like to cut down the global population. And there's so many things going on now. There's so much speculation with all these dead birds and all of the stuff that's going on. It's pretty bizarre at the moment. So you've really got to look at the whole thing and wonder what's going on right now.
So the depopulation thing obviously is a central issue, but in terms of what this show's about, actually, from bringing us back to in terms of what people do about it, but the first concept that we'd like to cover is this facing the shadow. What does that mean to you?
Well, the whole thing is that what's going on in the world today, really, if you want to look at it holistically and look at it sort of deeply, everything that's going on in the world today is from cause and effect. And it's the effect of us not dealing with this sooner. It's the effect of the global population turning a blind eye to what's going on. And that's where the shadow lies. I meet a lot of people and I try to present information to them. They say, oh, that's negative stuff. I don't want to hear that. That's messing up my day. And this is denial. This is refusal to face the shadow. And the shadow that exists in the collective unconscious of humankind is what this system is. This is what we basically face. You can look at a ruling elite, you can look at the banking system, you can look at the New World Order per se, and all of this stuff, and you can look for someone to blame all you like. But in reality, what is to blame is this, it's like a meme. It's like an energetic life force. The system itself is like an energetic being that we give our energy to. And really, it's we who are to blame. It's our refusal to face the shadow. It's our refusal to see the system for what it is, which is completely fictional. It's completely illusionary. It's just an energy being that exists on paper that's been created by us, and we give it our power. All we have to do is connect with each other and start helping those around us, start following the one law, start following our Dharma. Realize that there's only one law in all creation, and that's absolute unconditional love and service to the creation. And that includes you. That includes the people around you. You serve others as you would serve yourself, and you serve yourself as you would serve others. You serve the creation. And realize that everybody around you is simply a reflection of yourself. We are all the same. We do this and we could change the whole thing. But people don't do that. People see stuff going on and they turn a blind eye. They just allow it to happen. And that is what we're seeing now. This is the net result of that behaviour. And we've been conditioned to behave like this through the scholastic system and through our whole social order. That's what our society has done. And you look around you and you see the Earth's being strip mined. It's being depopulated. It's being, there's so much dark energy at work in the world here simply because of our refusal to look at the person next to us and to realize that that's a reflection of ourselves and treat them as we would treat ourselves. If everyone did this for one day, we'd change the world. We'd change the world in one day if people simply spent their time helping those around them for one day. If you help everyone around you for that one day and everybody around you helped everyone around them, it would just spread out across the globe and we could literally change the world, because once we started doing it, I don't think we'd turn back.
So it's almost as simple as when you pulled up in your car and letting somebody pull out in front of you, just constantly thinking about doing a good deed or being nice to somebody, on a very simplistic level. Would you agree?
Well, it is, but it's deep as well. Like it's realizing that we literally are each other. All through history, everybody has told you that love will change the world, and everyone gives love this anthropomorphic quality. They think of love as this touchy-feely thing. Most people perceive love to be something like a cross between affection, desire, need, and lust. And that's not love. Love is an energetic state. Love is the opposite of fear. And all unconditional love is the total removal of fear. So if you can look at each other and look at the people around you and realize they're yourself and treat them as yourself, it's that simple. It's really that simple to change the world. And it sounds so esoteric and so hippie or whatever people would call it. Oh, this guy's saying love will save the world. What a load of rubbish, But think about it. If you think about it, if everybody did this, it is so simple. And that's all we have to do. And what we're seeing, I believe, in the world around us with all of the things that's going on, with the depopulation, all of the stuff that the New World Order elite are doing, all of the biological problems that we're having, all the GMO food, all the weather problems that we're facing, all the dead fish, all the dead birds. If you can look at this reality as a projection of the collective failure, the collective unconscious, the collective denial of humanity to face this shadow, then it's very obvious to see what's going on and what's causing what's going on around us. And I believe that if we change our energetic state, we could change it all. I really do believe that. I've come to these understandings through meditation, and I have these meditations and I go and research them, and I find out that there's always scientific proof to back up what I'm saying, to back up this oneness that I feel in meditation. And that's where I get a lot of my information from, and that's the message that I've been trying to present to people. And if you look through history, you'll find that this is the same message that everybody's been trying to tell humanity for so many years, but we've simply never picked up the bat. We've simply never taken it on board and actually stood up and done it.
Do you want to talk a bit more about your meditation? Because I'm aware that people view that from different perspectives. So it's just a chance for you to, to explain that in your view and how it works for you.
Well, when I meditate, I simply go there. I simply connect with the field. I believe that all life is energy. Everything that exists in the universe is simply energy condensed into matter. That's all it is. The space between you and I, the space between myself and the computer, the space between anything. It's not empty. It's all full of energy. And the chair I'm sitting on is simply energy. And when you really even look at the nature of an atom, and you realize that an atom is mostly empty space, it's 99.999999% empty space. It's got like 5 nines after the point. So that's like 1/10,000th of 1% of that atom is actually matter. And that means 1/10,000th of 1% of this chair I'm sitting on is actually here. And that's pretty interesting when you think about it. But this chair is here because it's just energy vibrating at a rate, and I perceive it to be here, so it's here. That sort of stuff sort of boggles the mind and it amazes me. And when I go into meditation, I start exploring the atoms. I just go within and I connect with that energy. I connect with that field. And when you connect with that field, you find that all information's there if you're just open to it.